What's going on, people? Hope we're all doing well. Welcome back to more esports talk. Within hours of our last video, that being Logic, guys, apparently retiring as an artist and a rapper with the release of his new album as well. It's set to be in a few days from now, and it will be broadcasted on Twitch. We actually have Nadeshot talking about the fact that Logic himself wanted to be a part of 100 Thieves, wanted to have equity and ownership in 100 Thieves, and him, alongside 100 Thieves, apparently turned it down way back in the day. If you guys are avid viewers of this channel, we've talked about potential 100 Thieves investors and co-owners in the past, the first of which was actually Shroud, who apparently also, it was Shroud in that case that rejected the offer. This time around, apparently 100 Thieves and Nadeshot, they said no to Logic, which is of course going full circle now as Logic has signed a 7-figure exclusive deal to Twitch, and it leaves Nadeshot wondering what could have been. I'll play you guys a clip about Logic, then I'll play you guys, just for a reminder, the Shroud clip as well, and then of course we'll freak out like little fangirls after the clips are done, because that's what I do best.
You know, funny enough, I don't think it's one of my regrets, but I think it was something I think about from time to time. It was just a lack of preparation on my part. You know, there's a guy in the I'll tell you guys a story. I think you guys will like this story. And obviously, hindsight's 2020. I can look back now and say, hey, that was a good idea. But every single year, while you're trying to make this career a living, you're thinking to yourself, I need to be successful now, and I need to make as much money possible now. And so I started 100 Thieves really as a passion project. It was the first thing that I did for myself that I thought, I think this is really cool, and I'm really excited about it. So I'm gonna go and try and do it. Logic invited me out to his studio, and I think he was recording there with Juicy J, and it was just the most random day of my life, I would say, while living in LA. So Logic invites me to his studio, and he's recording for his album. This was years and years and years ago. And he was recording a verse, and he wanted to take a break, and he took me down to like the garden of this swanky studio in Malibu. And he basically said to me, he's like, look, I want to be a part of 100 Thieves. Like, I want to do this with you. And he just reiterated to me that he's got to feel a part of it, though. You know, what he's bringing to the table is substantial and significant, and he's got to be taken care of, you know, with equity and ownership and all of these things. The problem was I just wasn't business savvy enough to really understand how to handle this with him, right? Like, obviously, I was a huge fan of Logic, still am, and if somebody like that wants to go into business with you, it's undoubtedly yes, right? But there just was never action taken from it because I didn't know the first damn thing about starting a business. I didn't know anything about equity. I didn't know anything about setting up a company. You know, what would that have turned into? Obviously, I'm grateful now. We have amazing partners. We have Dan Gilbert. We have Scooter Braun. We have Artist Capital. We have Drake. And it's been a wild ride of building this company. But I'm just always curious, like, what it would have been, or what the relationship with Logic would have looked like.
You was going around, you're a part of 100 Thieves, true or false? That's funny. You know, actually, Matt, at the beginning of 100 Thieves, before like 100 Thieves even existed, Matt reached out to me, and he was talking with me, and he wanted me to be like, you know, part of the process and everything, part of the upcoming of 100 Thieves. And I honestly said, like, I'm lazy, bro. Like, I can't be putting in work. But yeah, he asked me before like 100 Thieves was a thing. He wanted me like to be part of the co-ownership and whatnot of the whole thing. But I pretty much told him I don't want to work because, you know, I don't want to truly give input on any decision because that would be too much work for me. And then obviously he offered for me to just be a streamer and stuff, but I don't want to be a streamer as part of any org. You know, I don't want to tie myself to a brand.
And I feel like we've talked a lot about 100 Thieves investors, whether potential investors or actual investors and owners of this brand. They continue to make moves. And of course, even around this, it continues to draw more eyes towards 100 Thieves. I like to think Nadeshot stopped the music on that clip, knowing that I was watching the stream, or at least would get the clip myself. And that way I wouldn't get demonetized for playing it. in this YouTube video. So Matt, I thank you for that. It's also incredibly impressive to know the connections he had even way back in the day, and even more so his thought process of what could have been, right? Obviously 100 Thieves is doing tremendous things. We've talked about their most recent signings and expansions, their most recent merch drop, by the way, selling out, I believe, in like a dozen minutes for the entire thing. I had friends who got angry at me because they didn't even get merch in the drop, which just makes no sense. They're doing tremendously well, but he does think how well they could be doing if they did get people like Logic or like Shroud or other investors on board. Either way, continue to make some great moves and make some great storylines, at least of what could have been, that being 100 Thieves Logic. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Till next time, drink that water, drink that coffee. Next video, by the way, guys, is going to be, it's a big one. And also, very lastly, I imagine we're probably very close at the point of me recording this. Thank you guys for 250,000 subscribers. That, I mean, that's just, and it's incredible. I really do appreciate you guys coming here every single day to watch me talk and spaz out and just be a freak. I really do thank you guys very much for that. Until next time, take care. Drink the wa, drink the ka. I'll see you guys back here sometime soon. Woo!